Most important.
That's some music. Oh, I like that.
Prepare for battle.
That little stinger there was pretty solid. You didn't hear
You should have.
I did not hear the stinger.
Lives on.
Sorry, I had muted it.
It's okay.
But I'm sure it was great.
That's true.
Yeah, I was doing my, biannual checkup on Pudge numbers here.
Okay.
Recently,
How much are we
in
at?
terms of collectively, as a human race, you Dota players. Let me see if I can find the number here. Here we go. Pudge has accounted for a total of 76,864 years of collective playtime.
76,000 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So let me, when did humans invent fire? Roughly 1 million years ago. Okay.
All right.
What was the Great Leap Forward? Wasn't that like 30,000 years ago? Oh no, that's the China one. I meant the old
something
one.
else.
What's the? Yeah, it was also a term that we used to use in something else. Whatever. Yeah, that was Mao. My bad. Close.
Nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah,
good.
almost had it. My history's really good. Oh, Mesopotamia. See, I'm not crazy.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
a different one. And as
All right.
Forrest says, that's a Dota play right there.
That's right. Yeah, so like 11,000 years ago, we started like farming. Somewhere
Okay.
around there. You know?
Okay.
So, now we farm in Dota.
To battle.
Yeah, it all connects. All right, great. On to the game.
You nailed that segment, man. That was
Yep.
sick.
Yeah. I got it covered. Just on the fly. I need a few more Pudge games.
There you go. Well, I think the key thing is that we're up towards like I don't remember if it's 100 million or 1 billion Pudge games, like individual games that have been played.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many.
I
it
know
is.
we were closing in. I remember looking at that, and it was getting close around TI time.
The
Yeah.
battle begins.
Well, maybe it could be one of them. I want to see what ends up happening. Looks like trade-off there of runes and down bottom. Already on to the Naga Siren. Good damage and killing a unit. Oh man, I'm gonna have to work on that one a little bit. But it's gonna be an interesting one to watch how this lane works out, because I feel like Dawnbreaker Tusk is still one of those matchups that can just demolish. And they need this Naga Siren to get off to a decent start.
Yeah, especially versus Naga too, because you even have AoE stuff to help deal with it. So this whole idea of just like, we're discussing the idea of like the carry to carry matchup and what to pick versus Naga Siren. If you just crush the lane, then obviously she's the hero that gets really hurt by that. Plus you have the chase down, which is really important. If you are queuing with a friend and you need an off-lane duo, I think this is one of the best ones you can learn. I think it's extremely fun, and I think it's still very broken. All you have to do is get on top of them, use tag team, swing your big hammer. Life's good.
Well, and right now he's just blocking out that camp, but you're already a strong laner in the Dawnbreaker, setting up for things. So just need to be careful as...
Speaking of strong laners,
Narman,
Bench just chasing.
Barrett, couple more hits, has a blood grenade on Narman if he wants to drop it out now. Down bottom, instead, more damage out onto the Naga Siren, down below half HP. They do manage to get a little half pull off now. But the dangerous thing is they've actually left this alive. I'm surprised that Narman's not opting to just sort of just ghost alive and then start sending it towards them. We'll see how he decides to play it.
Yeah, you still got a way to go, Only like 1.5. So, I like the idea of just not committing with the blood grenade, just really weakening Parrot so that when you hit level 2, you have a really good chance for a kill.
Right. Seeing Loren off in the mid lane. Another one of those players that I feel like we've been keeping an eye on for a while, who at times has looked really solid. I can't remember what Eastern European squad he was playing on, but I remember a couple of times looking at him and just absolutely owning. I guess it was
Navi is the one that jumps to mind, but that is not it. It was Level Up, PogChamp, of course. That was the big one, I guess. As well as a little bit of time on some Gambit rosters, by the looks of it. He's probably stood in on like every team, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Probably. Well, so far, looking pretty good in the mid lane. 14-3 for the Kunkka. Does have that ability to break through refraction with Torrent. Once he starts spamming those out onto the TA. Oh, hook, though, is going to land. The heal coming out immediately from Narman should be able to get enough separation, although the Eastern pops. Slowdown is there. Enough hits. Narman's still in trouble. Gonna go down.
It is a trade, though. Yeah, nice move by Force. Instead of committing for like the body blocks or something and sharing the damage and risking yourself, you just trade onto the support. Ooh, defensive blood grenade there from Tickles.
Interesting. Denied. That is just going to create some separation, pull the wave back towards him a little bit closer and try and farm in a safer area. But, I mean, level 3 on Dawnbreaker, this is still a window when a big creep wave's coming in. They could have thought about doing something, but instead, Yoko wants to open up that hard camp and allow him to get a pull off.
It is interesting, though, because Nagasiren AA sometimes can bully offlaners, right? Because if you do get into the net and then you combine it with a cold feed, it can be kind of frustrating. But, of course, then that means you have to commit to the net. So you have to be 100% certain that you're going to be, like, zoning out an offlaner if that's going to be the game plan. And you can't really guarantee that versus Dawnbreakers. So I think she just gets to live here for free, and they're always going to be scared of the Tusk. So Vision's very important. They've already locked down 2 Observer wards here on the Dire side, including one that's blocking a camp. And you can see that Olnet's already thinking about going for Midas, so not the most optimistic Nagasiren right now.
No. Oh my God, Force! I forgot about this. it's gonna break my brain.
Why did it say Woo Marie?
So have you not heard about this story?
No.
So Slacks tried to get him to change it, but if you listen to it, he does kind of like say something that sounds akin to Marie, because he's just like, "Whoa, Marie," and they wouldn't change it for him. So
isn't it just Woo E? Like, you know?
Well, that's what he was trying to say, but kind of fucked it up. He's saying, I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, Marie, let's go. That should be his new tag. You know, when he wants to hide, so that people leave him alone when he games.
Just Marie. That could be
like
the
him
CM
and
persona.
Yeah, and then you got him and Poyoyo as Erica. You know, they could duo queue. That would be. I'd watch that stream. Erica and Marie take on MMR.
I feel like it wouldn't go well, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Oh, look at this. By the way, look at Norman. Look at the Enchantress. This is the high-level play you want to see.
Oh, look at this. Now, does he take the last hit? Oops.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my gamer.
That was awesome. Yeah, so if you are ion shelled at nighttime, they won't draw aggro if you get right next to them. I mean, they won't draw aggro anyways because Darkseer is too far away. Cool way to play that. Shifty skills also works with smoke. Love to see it.
This is great. I mean, you know, you're not one of those melee heroes you think about with like going for kills the Iron Shell, so just getting some gold here. And now with the Siege Shot.
Get him. Bang, bang, bang. This is going to be enough. Tries to get away. Oh, Siege Shot back up in 8. Will manage to take that rune, although this guy might just run him down. No smoke on the Grimstroke. Chase is going to be there. Narman is going to go down.
Yeah, he was too busy. He ended the micro.
Get him. Well, Force immediately TPs away after the hook, and Inkswell the break it. Nicely played. So because he didn't get that kill onto Grim, that means that Force dies.
Yeah, it is actually so crazy that this hero just suddenly can cancel TPs at will. That was a huge change.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've all got your favorite supports you like playing, and then someone TPs out, and you're just like, I'm never first picking on dying ever again. That's kind of how I feel. Except not.
Oh no!
Like everyone's physical.
Oh
my
Norman
God,
got it.
I thought he got that on the Tusk.
That was close. I mean, that would have been devastating. As it is, it's still looking, well, pretty freaking good right now. Wait a minute. Are they going to run this down too? Are they going to come and try and steal stacks? I feel like they can't take agents. It's too tough. This Nightshade
they
Esports
definitely
team is crazy.
They can if they bring over the TA, obviously.
Right.
Maybe in like 2 levels. Not right now, but it's possible. They could control this space because they have Tusk.
Yeah.
And they have the threat of Solar Guardian. Yeah, I think that you just like get vision on the stacks and you try to fight them on the stacks.
Okay. Well, 3 heroes mid at the moment means Lorenov can't feel comfortable. Narman is stacking again. I mean, this
Radiant's
is...
middle tower is under attack.
The bigger this stack gets, obviously, the more comeback potential you've got on Team Tickles. But if it goes bad, it goes really, really bad.
I'm surprised they didn't try and get a obs in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Not ever.
All right, Force, is he going to go take it?
One.
I think that he's going to try and whittle it down. Yeah, so this is the
Big
play.
stack.
He's just going to Iron Shell it and sit back and take it with Lorenov, it looks like.
Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of help here. So much golden XP.
Yeah, this is huge. And the items, too. You know, it's nice.
Yeah.
Winarku is going to head off on the TA to go farm up the other ancient stacks that they've built up. But they've built a comfortable lead now. 2,000 gold, 1 to 4 is the kill score. It's somewhat close.
I'd say the one thing that you could look at and be,
Radiant's middle
you know,
tower
maybe it
is
could have been a
under
bit
attack.
better would be continuing to pressure the Naga Siren. I feel like they haven't actually been able to pressure that much, but at that, you know, the expense of that is that they have gotten quite a bit of farm on their Pudge. They spend a lot of time up in that area, slowing them down, protecting mid.
Yeah.
But they've kind of just left Codex on his own, so that means Ducalis is getting really good farm on the Ancient Apparition, which is super important for this hero. He's going to have 6, but probably at 10 minutes here by the looks of it here, so that's great. Yeah, he's about to get it right now.
Yeah.
So that opens up some opportunities you might not have been expecting based on having this offlane duo of Tusk and Dawnbreaker. And yeah, we'll see if that comes back to bite them at all. But they're essentially just trying to strike their really strong timing very hard.
Yeah. On the side of Nightshade, you're saying.
Yeah, on Nightshade, that is. And then you're just assuming that this farm that you're giving to the Naga Siren isn't going to be enough to stop or slow you down at all. See if that's true. And really, the biggest item will be Pudge Eggs. That just sets the entire tempo of this mid game, and he's getting very close. He's only 1,000 gold away.
I mean, that's crazy how far he's able to get already. And then on the other side, if you look at like the damage that's coming in, I mean, particularly as he gets these points up in Flesh Heap, Iron Shell doesn't do almost anything to him when you pop that. You're looking at like Naga Siren right clicks, which are not going to be that dangerous for a very long time. It feels like it's very much going to come down to Kunkka, and I also feel like that matchup he's not super afraid of. So yeah, this Pudge is going to hit a really strong timing, and we'll just have to see if Nightshade Esports is going to play with the tempo that they need to take full advantage of it and shut down the map early on. Which it feels like there's at least the potential that they do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for Dawn to feel the need to be called in, you know? See the bat signal up in the sky.
Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of just coming away cleanly from all 3 lanes. So at least for now, not feeling super necessary to make those moves. Force does have a mech, so you can start getting active around that timing with like the AA blast. Blade Mail done on Lorenov, but this is going to be a tier 1 tower taken for free.
Yeah, there is some concern that if you go a little bit too hard as Nightshade, you get caught in a vacuum. You know, the Blade Mail's out there. I can see over-aggression getting punished, particularly when the song eventually comes out. You know, maybe Uluna gets there in time and catches you out. But, oh, whoa, Seiko tried to go for a wild play there. That would have been so sick.
Yeah. This is Ag's done at 12 minutes, though, on Pudge. He's so farmed.
And will continue to be more farmed, right? I mean, you go from 120 rot to 210 rot. So the speed in terms of, like, wiping waves and stuff is just crazy.
Okay, they're heading up here right as Aghanims is being delivered. We'll see if they can make a solid move. Grimstroke's here. He's backing away, too. And it doesn't look like they're going to hit anybody. Pudge playing it fairly safe at the moment, although the wraparound's coming. Will they be able to kill him in time? Does have Tumbler's Toy. Heads off to the south. They have Iron Shell already there. Good damage. Cold already used. Pulled in with the bow. more than enough. That is what you want.
They need that so bad. What a terrible time to be slowed down. Like, on the one hand, sure, you got your eggs at least, but like he's looking to accelerate like crazy right now. And you're just going to miss out on that. And then immediately, finally getting some really solid value out of your edge. I feel like the first couple minutes were great for Narman, the stacking a little bit of farm, but then you had to play passive for a while. Everyone on your team's just farming. You got this Naga Siren down here. But then when you actually get an opportunity, immediately help push down that tower. And they're going to try and defend mid at the same time here with Kunkka and Naga. Nice. Good point.
Trouble. Dude, this squad, they're playing pretty well. I mean, you can see that there's definitely some like obvious gaps here and there, but the sort of fundamentals of this team feel very strong in terms of their laning at the very least. We'll see if Team Tickles can outmaneuver them as they already have started to a little bit up top.
Yeah, I'd like to see Codex get involved here. Looks like a freebie.
That was an easy one. Just Tumbler boy in the walk down.
You know, I was rewatching some of the replays from our games at TI, and you remember, of course, the maybe Necrophos there.
Right.
I noticed that like he almost died, and then he used cheese.
Right.
And he got the full value out of the cheese despite being Spirit Vessel. Are you aware that cheese is not reduced by any of those?
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah, cheese ignores like Pudge. It ignores, obviously it doesn't ignore AA or Doom, but it does ignore all the reduction ones, Shivas, all that stuff. You still get the full 2,500 HP.
That's so weird. I feel like
Let me just say, it was very clutch in that moment. It was particularly important.
Can't stop the power of cheese.
I mean, that's just true. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. The scouting? Is he dead off this?
Oh,
No, okay.
couldn't get.
I think they didn't want to risk, like, because, like, he might have snowballed, and then it's
Right.
just not worth it, you know?
Yeah. Drop them both. Well, so this is they are getting a little bit of the NA syndrome going on, Nightshade Esports. Of, winning the lanes really hard and then kind of just chilling for a while.
And then hitting neutrals. Yeah.
All right, we'll see if they decide to go for any moves. But I don't know. Maybe they feel like they don't need to, and they're going to scale better. Tough to know.
It's a frightening thought. They have the catch. Man, they got to hit that timing so hard, though. Like, it's going to be the... I mean, they kind of missed out on a little bit of bullying with the Pudge. It wasn't the worst, but it feels like you could have got maybe a couple more kills. And then the next one after that is just, like, probably Deso plus BKB on the Dawnbreaker. Just going BKB first. I don't know. I could go either way on this one. I kind of feel like Deso would be kind of hype, but she... I mean, you're going to go Deso on the TA, so it'll really just be Aegis on TA that the next big timing is.
More X's being thrown around. A very low kill game so far. And Nightshade holding on. Thinking about looking for a hook. Wanting to find a target. Waiting for it. Moment's there. If he wants it and pulls him back in. Renoff in trouble. The Ice Blast is not going to connect. Instead, it's already a dead Kunkka. It's looking like maybe a dead Force. Get the uphill miss. Won't be able to quite get it. Force slowed.
Oh, the slow.
A couple more hits. Hammers out. He's gone. Hollis tries to TP away. Will manage to
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nightshade Esports this early on, they are looking solid.
Yeah, they don't have the best way to deal with someone just getting hooked out. You know, like in combination with the Agnums being there, reducing the heal, so you really got to commit one of your stuns. And they don't have the best stuns to just like throw out and cancel something, right? Especially when it's Kunkka who gets grabbed. That is huge. They needed that catch so bad, and then immediately into another kill here.
Oh, Pudge is starting to pop off. All right, so they just wanted to wait for Pudge to click dagger. They don't want to depend upon the rest of it. Now, Naga Siren in super deep. He's going to TP out, but showing the power of this TA now even. Yeah, this is really strong gameplay coming out. And Lorenov, they're going to hunt him again. He's right on top of the trap. They jump in, wait for the X. He's going to get caught immediately. Ice Blast trying to find him. Snowball saved, able to dodge it. They didn't get hit by the Ice Blast. Dude, what a freaking combo. He is going to get punished over. Like, they finally have enough to take down that Pudge. All-out aggression.
All right. Well, it almost looks good.
Dire's middle tower is under
That
attack.
blade mail did a lot of work there. It was a bit of a balled up issue there. Great vacuum. Nice save. That'll at least push them back a little bit here. They immediately just like head into the Ancients here and start getting some stacks on.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting dynamic because it feels like if he doesn't have that blade mail, I feel like Pudge probably doesn't die. And he's about to get BKB. So, I don't know. It's like a weird thing where it's like, all right, you got the kill on the Pudge, but do you really feel great about it? I don't know. I'm a little scared still about the way this game's going.
Yeah, it's like it was at our tier 2, and we were all there, and it was still a little spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go though. The Philly. Now out for the Grimstroke here. How good is it for Grim this game? Already has the shard, of course, most important item. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. I mean, Naga Siren isn't like the craziest, but she's not the worst to get the Dark Portrait of.
I mean, there's also, you could go other routes with the Grimstroke maybe too.
Wait, you don't have to just buy eggs? Is that what you're saying? Wait, hold on.
I mean, you could think about other things.
I see Philly, I see Grimstroke. The first thing I think is, how good's the eggs this game?
I'm completely with you 100%. But I do kind of feel like there might be some missed opportunity for more diverse item builds for Grim nowadays. Like, think about a Hex or something, you know?
Yeah, Scythe is definitely on top of my list here. It's like a little expensive and kind of greedy. I also wouldn't just mind a medallion, to be honest.
Okay.
Like a Solar Crest on somebody. It's a really good Solar Crest game.
For some reason, I feel like Solar Crest wouldn't work with Grimstroke ulti, but that's just like a feeling I have.
Oh,
I'm
no,
actually
it
wrong
doesn't,
about that.
actually. You're correct.
It doesn't?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it doesn't.
Interesting.
I also have that exact same feeling of like, yeah, it definitely doesn't work. So I think that when you get added, it probably just didn't work, and it probably still doesn't.
Yeah. Because, like, it doesn't break Lincolns. I think that's the reason I think about it that way.
Dire's middle tower has
I've always hated since it got added that the that Soul Assumption for some reason doesn't double. It's still like that as far as I know.
middle tower is under
And then the Bruling spells also don't.
Yeah.
That'd be a sweet combo.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It would be very broken now though, with the Dispel save, so you can always save your Brewmaster.
Right.
And then he always gets the ulti off, and then he's doubling up his spells too. Oh, yeah.
In the lane,
to the dire.
because you can just like Ink Swell, he goes in, Cinder Brews, immediately get a.
Oh yeah, that one's
Dire's
still
middle
solid for
tower
sure.
is under
Right.
attack.
Well,
Oh,
they
wow.
set up for Roche. Get it. Freebie.
Yeah, the big timing, but perhaps everyone's favorite Aghanims, the Water Park. All right, it is out now. We have a Torrent Storm on this Kunkka. Ornov's ready to take over this game. His timing in 4 minutes and these double bracers double up. It's going to be great. Then it's like quad bracers, you know?
True. Well, the one thing that I will say is that these are all good things, but that BKB coming out for these heroes is going to be very hard to deal with. You've already got Dawnbreaker with Harpoon done on top of BKB. Holy moly, Codex Farm.
Dire's bottom tower
Great
is
choice.
under attack.
Jeez.
I wonder, man, what would you go next in this Dawnbreaker? I feel like there's so many interesting choices, actually. Like, do you commit for more damage because your team needs? Oh, that's perfect. A little middling item. I was thinking that Shivas would be kind of sick, but you already have like the Pudge, so you lose some of the value. But the
Right.
attack speed slow is so nice versus Naga Siren. But instead, she's currently thinking about the Assault Crass on the hero. So
I'm down.
I like that idea.
I mean, the other thing to sort of consider is that they've already got so many good auras on the side of Team Tickles here. You've got Force that has Pipe done with Mech and is going into Crimson Guard next. So they have all these little like mitigation, help the team out type of builds. They kind of could use something like that on the side of Nightshade. So I like AC in a way.
Radiant are scanning.
We'll see if she completes it in time, though, for it to be really effective. Huska's also going for a fight.
It'd be so good for the timing of going uphill.
Yeah.
Like, if Codex gets that, and then he's just able to actually help them push and take down towers, it'd be so nice. Currently, we have ourselves a smoked up Pudge on the move, getting close to Lornov.
This Team Tickles lineup is going to be strong. They need to get something really high value out of this fight. I mean, this is
he blink Starks here.
It'd be good. It is right before BKB, but they get him right away, and no counterplay at all. Already in trouble, down to very low HP. They have the Dawnbreak ulti, but now the surge away. So they're dead on Grimstroke, and now TPing out, but X and the Sleep is there.
Oh, snap.
Do they have anything to follow this up, though? They will have Vacuum. Tries to pull him into position. He actually gets pulled through. Now, Vacuum back onto 2. Snowball save is there. They're not really able to do all that much damage. They turn, they go for the Dismember. It's not going to work. Naga Siren's starting to get too big. Hard done, and they couldn't kill Force. It was too hard to bring him down.
The no BKB is going to haunt them.
Yeah.
Like, Bo coming through, getting the stun, just not quite enough damage there. It was so close. You just needed a little bit more oomph there on the big damage. And
right.
The worst possible fight for you to take right now. And this is, again, where it all comes back to not pressuring the Naga Siren. Naga gets Midas. Like, you put yourselves on a timer. Like, truly, in terms of you need to hit this Aegis timing so hard and win the game off of this Aegis. Like, to the point where you are taking, like, all tier 2s or something. Otherwise, you're going to have a miserable game. And I think we've hit the point of miserable game.
Right. Well, there is still one more BKB timing that they can take. They have the Aegis for another minute. I feel like if Pudge can... I mean, he's not going to get there in time. He's still 400 gold away. Like, they have the BKB on Dawnbreaker, and TA just finished it.
Yeah.
I think it's just not going to come quickly enough to fight with the Aegis.
I think you just give up top and get BKB on this Pudge.
Yeah.
That is very annoying, though.
Take down those Siren illusions. But at least at this stage of the game, things looking like they have managed to weather the storm on the side of Team Tickles. Force going for Greaves next. They're sitting behind this Kunkka, just letting him be a damage sponge.
Radiant are
He's backed up there by those Greaves, as you said, so it's just a nice day to be a Kunkka. They have Solar Guardian, so Codex is just chilling up top, waiting. The rest of the team moving down bottom. Classic Dawnbreaker on your team plays.
They realize what's going on. It feels like they know what's happening.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Back behind tier 2, not going to get caught. The movement around the map from Team Tickles has been very good. They have understood when Nightshade won a battle, and they have been able to dodge him really well.
And part of that comes down to the Naga Siren as well. Like, you just have these illusions under the tier 2 mid. Just, you know, they're pushing. The catapult is hitting this tower. It forces Codex over. They see no one else is there. They are 100% certain that they're all just lurking down bottom. And at this point, they're all just showing anyway. What do you do right now as Nightshade, though? Like, you have these BKBs. The game is getting harder. Do you just swing mid? You try and, like, link up a Dawnbreaker pushing there and take that tier 2?
I mean, it's tough.
Very difficult.
All right, yeah, you can see Dawnbreaker switching up the build now, trying to queue up a Nullifier. I mean, the thing that's tough about this, they're actually getting a ward up on the high ground. I feel like at some point, Nightshade are going to need to make some type of a play. They're going to need to take a risk and try and push high ground and force back Team Tickles into a bad fight.
Yeah, either that or they just go hardcore. I don't know. You can't really go that late game, honestly, at this point. It's so hard. This Naga Siren is huge.
Yeah.
But, I mean, looking towards the MKB, maybe get that on the TA. You have the damage. If you get past the Naga Siren, they have, like, no damage.
Oh, mid lane. They're onto the Pudge. Takes it off immediately. Snowball save is there onto the creep. Now the tidal wave pulls him in closer. Down to half HP. Pops the BKB, turns to fight. Has to get through the shards. And now the Dawnbreaker ultimate with all lined up damage coming out from the TA. They're on to the Naga Siren. They bring her down. She's not taking any damage at all. There's nothing good coming out this direction at all. Codex also
OTA.
Oh man, she is dead. They're gonna take down the Dawnbreaker. I mean, it took no damage on this one.
That was a free Naga Siren fight. Completely. She was completely unchecked, roaming around the fight. All the little illusions are going out. Damage, just blades spinning everywhere. And then Kunkka as well. You know, all the spells were cast, hitting multiple units. They don't have the most sustained damage, but when you hit all your Kunkka spells, who cares? Like, then you don't have damage issues.
Pretty well executed across the board. You know, they had things to help secure their laning safe. They had a game plan playing around Lorenov being hard to deal with. And for Nightshade, it really has not come up with that many answers. Not problems.
Just very confident is what it looked like from Tickles.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They really just understood their timings, played it really well. They forced Nightshade into a certain position. It wasn't unlosable for Team Tickles, right? There was definitely some risk to the way that they played it. Just hoping that they could win the big fights early when theoretically Nightshade should be stronger. But they were grouped up at all the right moments when Nightshade felt like they were in the position to actually force a good fight. It was really well read there by Tickles. And, I mean, you go back to when they dove the Kunkka by the tier 2 mid, and all 5 heroes are there. And then when Pudge jumps on top of the Darkseer up top there just a few minutes ago, everybody's there. Those big, important reads are what give Tickles the very likely win here at this point. I mean, I don't disagree too much with Dota Plus saying 2%.
Oh, no. I mean, it was high the entire game. They had an idea of what they needed to do. Snowball now onto the trees. Will eventually get some separation and allows the HUD to blink out. Ooh. Unfortunate there. Not able to get away. I mean, yeah, taking those fights without BKB around that timing. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're all going to get vacuumed together. Force is there.
Oh, he silenced the trap.
They run them down. Avon's not going to connect them. The runoff is on the chase. And they're just hoping to escape. Get him out of here. Don't let it happen. The Dawnbreaker ultimate, just let her die with her friend. Forrest is there. Will not be in trouble. And I think the GGs are going to be coming pretty soon. I mean, they actually don't have a tier 2 tower up top either, so it's the second set of racks at the very least.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
the
attack.
game feels.
Dire's top tower
I mean, that was a cool TA trap pop, though, to try and save them from the vacuum combo. So, yeah, some bright spots here.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Why is this guy allowed to just, like, they added that? That was back when Darkseer was, like, at one of his low points. And they were just, you know what? You can vacuum in Song again. And also catch Storm Spirit and Ember while they're zipping and stuff.
Oh, that's
why
great.
not? Yeah.
I think it's because Ice started playing Dark.
That must be what it is. Ice Rock's a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that guy's positivity. Let's help him out a little bit.
Why not?
Then they gave him that Ags, which
yeah.
I guess you like, but I don't know.
Dire's
I have
been
different
killed.
feelings about it. I liked the old Ags, I think, better. But that was also when normal punch was the shard, right?
Yeah, it
So
was a little more fun. But that was also before, like, free shards. You always had to buy it. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, unless you got it from Rose, but, like, let's be real. You're not Rose,
also, though, that was the period of time where normal punch did not have strike. So I would either have to get enchanted first to make sure that you got your strike punch on like EA or Asian heroes, or I would buy a witch bolt.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
And Owie.
I wonder why they changed it.
Sad.
It seems like an item that Darkseer would like, though. A Witchblade. You know, this guy. He's
Yeah.
kind of a. He's a wizardy fellow.
That's what
He'd
I said.
appreciate that item.
Absolutely.
Very
And it's-
lore appropriate.
And it's like a punch too, you know?
Mm.
Those like deep guttural sounds of a fist hitting something. That's what you want to hear for Dark.
It actually does have a great sound, I
Yeah.
will say. He also has one of the best attack animations in the game. Where you're just
Yeah.
like, punch.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, we're gonna see some more of that attack animation here, and Nightshade Esports. Dun, 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 dun. Jump onto her. Dawnbreaker ultimate. Right clicks are there. Kill the Naga. They're not gonna do it. It's down to half HP, but they don't have enough. They're throwing one grenade out, trying to do what they can, and it is all into the blender. EG is called. Devastation.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
She took no damage.
Radiant victory.
That was nothing. I mean, it was really Nightshade who were the team of Tickles.
Okay.
For they did no damage. They but tickled.